Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. I know what you're thinking, like, where has this girl been? Like, what is going on? It is a whole new year. We have had so much going on, and in case you have missed why I've been so absent over the past couple of months, I am gonna link that video up above right here. So if you have missed that, I want you to go ahead and stop this video right now, click on this one, and then come back to this because I'm gonna go full into some details and sharing about what is related in that video, but I don't want to spoil the surprise for you if you have not seen it yet. So go ahead and just hit pause for a second and check that out and then come on back. Alright, did you watch it? Have you seen it? Yay! Okay, so now that you know our big surprise and the reason that I've been so absent for the past few months, this is kind of where we are. So I thought I would come on here today and just share with you guys an update as far as our finances, our goals for 2018, and kind of where we are as far as our mindset and as far as this new season, what it is that we're walking into, how we're preparing ourselves for that, and kind of what it is that we're expecting and how things have changed since finding out about our mini on the way. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's video and get all of this stuff shared with you guys. Alright friends, so obviously I didn't really get to touch on this in our announcement video, but when we found out that I was expecting, the only reason that I knew was because I was exhausted. And so that's the reason that I took a test. It was literally like I had zero energy, I was totally depleted, and so getting like through my work day was a big enough battle. Like I would take a nap in the middle of the day, so doing anything extra just was not in the cards for me. I was kind of frustrated with that because obviously like I'm a person who likes to do a lot and get a lot done, and so that was just a really big shift for me. But obviously knowing that I need to put my body first and make sure that I'm taking really good care of myself was the highest priority. So I was definitely willing to set YouTube on the back burner for a little bit. Now that I'm feeling much better, I'm almost I'm at the tail end of the first trimester now. So now that I'm feeling so much better, we're able to just do more things and really get out more and just kind of get back to like some normal things, sort of. So all that to say, our videos are back. I have promised that I would do a January budget and things like that, and we are getting those things underway. So definitely be sure to look for them over the next few days. I know things are a little bit later just because we wanted to get this announcement out, but we needed to wait a few days until we told like people in our real life about, you know, the mini on the way and all that good stuff. So what I want to talk to you guys today about is really how our budgeting and just financial view has changed a little bit and shifted now that we are expecting. What Dave Ramsey always suggests is if you're in baby step number 2, as soon as you find out you're expecting, that you stop the debt snowball and you begin basically funneling money into a fund in order to just sit on that fund until baby arrives. Once baby and mom are home safe and healthy from the hospital, then that money can be applied to debts or, you know, wherever it is that you're on the baby steps. So once we found out we were expecting, we did exactly that. We stopped our extra snowball payments and things like that, and we just really have been funneling money into a specific fund for basically just sit on it for the next few months until mini arrives. However, we also had a big shift in our lives as well, and that is our second announcement for the week, which is we are in the process of buying our first home. So that has come as probably a huge shock to you guys, a huge surprise. It's something that we've talked about a lot, especially over the past few months as we have been getting closer to the end of our snowball. It's something that we knew would come in 2018 sometime, but we weren't sure when, and it was always something that we were willing to set aside the baby steps in order to do once we felt that we were at a good point to actually do that. Now the reason that we felt that way is because if you have followed Dave long enough, he doesn't tell people to sell their homes just because they need to get out of debt. And so knowing that, I've always felt like, well, if he doesn't tell people to sell their homes, like why can't we buy a home in this time? Like I don't understand what really like the big difference is. Obviously, there are so many circumstances that go into that. You don't want to buy a home when you're broke, obviously. If we were smashing through the rest of our debt snowball, we would have just waited a few more months and just waited it out. However, knowing that we were stopping our snowball, that we were just funneling money, we were really at a good place where we felt like we'd be comfortable to go ahead and do this. It basically took us about catapulted us forward about 6 months financially where we were planning to be. So we were planning to be completely debt-free by basically the spring of 2018. However, with Minnie coming along, we obviously stopped that and have just, like I said, just been putting money into a fund. So in essence, you know, being able to look forward, we knew that, okay, by the time we get to, you know, baby's arrival, we'll have X amount saved, we'll have X amount put away for this debt, and, you know, we'll be able to do X, Y, and Z. And so looking at that, we knew, well, I would much rather be in my own home for those few months while I'm going to be on maternity leave and be investing equity into our home than paying someone else's mortgage in an apartment. So that is something that we've chosen to do. It's 100% such a personal decision. It's not something that I would like sit down and tell someone else to do because, again, it's super, super personal. This is something that my husband felt very, very strongly about. He wanted to absolutely bring our baby home to our home. He didn't want to bring our baby home to an apartment. So this is something that just made sense for us and was just the right time. Really, truly, it was like God ordained. We found like the perfect home. We have been so, so blessed in this process, and I can definitely touch more on that at a later date. I'm not going to go into too many details as far as, you know, like the process and as far as like the different things that are involved, because I'm not an expert in that. I don't know that much. This is my first time going through this experience, so I don't feel like I have that much wisdom to really give. But if you have any questions, definitely let me know, and I will do a question and answer video about that as well. So that moves us along to kind of the second thing that I want to share with you guys, which is where we are as far as you know, just continuing with the baby steps. And we are stopping that snowball. What we're doing is we're basically inverting baby step 3 and 2 where we were on baby step number 2. So because we're buying a home, because we're gonna be, you know, bringing a baby home to our home, we're now focusing on funneling that money and keeping it in a savings account for, you know, for delivery, for, you know, getting baby home, for making sure that our emergency fund is well stocked while I'm on maternity leave. You know, my husband's income covers all of our expenses, and it will continue to do so even when we're in our home. But just being able to know that we have that extra cushion while I am, you know, away from work for that time. I don't know the specifics of everything as far as what my income situation will look like for as far as my you know, like income stream from my job while I'm on maternity leave. That's something that we've yet to kind of discuss, but we're getting to that point, so we'll definitely have updates for you guys also as far as what that will look like for us. So our goal right now is really to make sure we have a good sized fund to be able to cushion us as we're moving into these transitions and just this new stage. It's something that's definitely different. At the end of my maternity leave, once I'm back to work for a few months, then we'll get back onto getting the rest of our debts paid off, which will only take us really a couple of months. So again, for us, this is something that we're comfortable doing, something that makes sense for this point in our lives, and it's something that we were able to do and know that we wouldn't have to put off like owning a home for another 2 years or something like that. So something that we're really excited about, and again, definitely not recommended for everyone. Like I said, wouldn't even like sit down and tell you to do this. It has to make sense for you. So this is kind of where we're at. So now that we've shared all of that, as far as our goals for 2018, we're definitely taking it slow. We don't have super aggressive goals for this year yet. Our main focus is healthy baby, obviously, and healthy mama over here, and making sure that we have a good size nest egg to really sit on and to support our family well. So we're also planning on doing some renovations to our home before we move in. So we definitely want to keep on budget with those, and we'll have very strict, specific budgets in place for those also. So those are really our goals. It's pretty loose. It's definitely not comparable to the last couple of years that we've been on Dave Ramsey's system, but hopefully you guys can understand that with so many transitions going on, this is just what feels good and what makes sense for our family right now. And I know that Dave says, you know, kids do what feels good, adults devise a plan and follow it, and we feel like we are doing that. We've devised a plan. This is something that we've wanted for years, and we were able to work super, super hard to get to where we are today, and we could not be more excited for what this, you know, this time has in store for us. We're just feeling so blessed and so excited. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope that you are having a great day. Let me know what questions you have, whether it's about baby or baby steps or the house or anything like that, and I will do a Q&A video soon to get your questions answered. Thanks friends, have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon.